So these are some of the beads that you will be purchasing. I bought these at Michael's and I bought them at the right time because they were half price. You can get all kinds of beads. I love these check beads. They're beautiful. Unfortunately, I couldn't use them. The best part about having the beads is that they're already in a pattern. But if you have beads like my first bracelet that I made that are just laying around the house for whatever reason, make a pattern first and then string it through. I'm just showing you how to do the end so it stops the beads from falling out on the other side. And that's what it's going to look like a little hook. And here's the memory wire. It actually looks like a slinky. It's slinky, it's slinky. Do you guys remember that? Oh my gosh, I hope you're not very young and that you do remember that. This is my bracelet, the first one that I made, with beads that I had around the house. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. But I made a pattern. I thought it came out pretty good. I'm going back to cut my wire. And you're going to have as many loops as you want, but you have to make sure that you have enough beads to go around. So I'm just going to cut this. I think I went around 1.5 times on the first one that I made. And I think I'm doing the same thing with this. So you'll see when you open it up that you want to go more than halfway when you cut it. So as you'll see, this one has no center. It just goes around and then around. So see how it goes like at least halfway around the wrist for the openings. Otherwise it becomes too weak. It'll pop off your arm, your wrist. I meant your wrist. So now you're going to make that loop that I first showed you. And you're going to go inward. I like going inward. Some people go outwards. But I make the loop going in towards the inside of the bracelet instead of the outside of the bracelet. And I already have a pattern in mind. It's going to be the lighter blue, the darker blue, and then the gray glass beads with little small beads in between. So I'm going to start putting those through. In that pattern. And I don't think that you guys want to see me putting this together all the way through, so I'm just going to show you the first couple. Okay, so this is the first couple. You see the lighter blue, the darker blue, and the grayish one with the beads in between. So now I'm filling them up. Just keep going through in that same pattern, whatever pattern you have, whatever colors you have. Now I've gotten to the end of this one, or getting close to the end of this one. I'll show you. Once you get to the end, you're going to do that same kind of loopy hook thing in order to keep them in. Now at this point, if you'd like, if you have a charm or something like that you'd want to hang off from there, the charms usually have like another little circular piece that you can open up and put it through and put a little charm on there. Unfortunately, I don't have any charms, but if that's what you would like to do, you can easily do that. This one, the little hook was a little on the long side, so what I did was I had cut it and then I am pushing it into the bead so that way it doesn't get caught on anything. Again, this is something I saw on YouTube. There are many ways to do jewelry. This is one of the simplest ones that I could find so that I can show you. I mean, it makes a really pretty bracelet. I wound up having to do this again because I wanted more loops in my bracelet, and you'll see. So my first one has sort of like a whole loop in the middle and then more than 2 half loops on the end, and this one doesn't have a whole loop in the middle, and that's why I am going to redo it. I found it to be, it was pretty, but it was a little weak on my wrist, so I decided to redo it, as you'll see. So I recut it, re-looped it. I guess this gives you an opportunity to see all those loops and how I make them. You take your needle nose pliers or your round nose pliers, and that's what you do. Make a little loop going towards the inside of the bracelet. And see, now this one has more loops, and I'm at the end. And I'm going to make that little, close it up with that little loop at the end, and that pretty much finishes the bracelet. I mean, this is really simple and very pretty. I'm happy with the way that this turned out. Now, I made this one for a friend for her birthday, and I just love it. Love the beads. I put some pearls in there. And this is my finished project for today. See how pretty it turns out? So the more loops, the more beads, the prettier it gets. It's up to you. And this is me wearing my first bracelet, the first one that I ever made. And I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Have a great day, and I'll see you the next time around on Crafty Wednesdays. This is Elma Luger from the Longwood Public Library.